Hi class, how are you today?
Good.
Wonderful. So today, we're going to learn how to identify character traits. So, character traits, I have them, you have them, everyone has them. Character traits are qualities of a person. They can be personality or value. Anything that gives you an idea of who a person is can be used as a character trait, any adjective. So, the way that we're going to find these is by looking at what we're going to call today words of weight. And these words are going to be words that pop out of the passages that we're going to read and give you an idea into who that person is or what that person stands for. So, I have a few passages, and the first one is from President Obama, and it's from the State of the Union address the other night. Did anyone watch it? Hey, good sentence, Shira. Wonderful. So, Shira, can you go ahead and read for me the passage from President Obama's State of the Union address?
It won't be easy. Our brand of democracy is hard, but I can promise that a year from now, when I no longer hold this office, I'll be right there with you as a citizen, inspired by those voices of fairness and vision, of grit and good humor and kindness that have helped America travel so far.
Thank you, Shira. So, are there any words that really pop out at you that we may be able to call words of weight that may give you a hint into a character trait of President Obama? Jackson?
Inspired.
Inspired. All right. Inspired by what?
Well, he says right after that, inspired by these voices of fairness and vision, of grit and good humor.
Okay. So what does that tell you about President Obama? What's a character trait that you get about him?
He's gritty and tough and also fair and inspired by those things.
Okay. So the character traits that you just named would be tough.
Tough.
And he has grit.
Grit.
And
He's inspired.
He's inspired by those things, which is the word of weight, which you pulled out to get those character traits. Yes? The character traits are the actual qualities, so the toughness and the grittiness of President Obama. All right, any others that anyone picked out? Shira?
Yeah. It's more like the contrast. So he says democracy is hard, but then he says, but I can promise that when I'm right there with you as a citizen, like I'll be inspired by those voices of fairness and vision. So it lets you know that he's determined because like something is hard, but he still chooses to like fight alongside American or U.S. citizens.
Okay, so what is the character trait?
Determined.
Determined. And so you know that he's determined because he said this is hard, but we're going to get through it. And so you know by that he's determined, and that's the character trait. Wonderful. And now I want you to take a look at the second passage. Does anyone know what tomorrow is?
MLK Day.
MLK Day. Yeah. You'll be off school. So right now what I want you to do is read through that second passage. It's a quote by Martin Luther King Jr. And I want you to pick out a word of weight and the character trait that you can pull about MLK from that passage. So go ahead, work on that, and write down your character trait on your paper. All right, does anyone want to share what they came out with? Sam?
I said that MLK was religious as my character trait because some words of weight were sacred, eternal, and God.
Wonderful. So by those pop words, those words of weight, it indicated to you that MLK was a religious man.
Yes.
Wonderful. Anyone else? Sam, do you have anything?
I wrote down that he's optimistic.
Okay.
Because there's phrases like "however difficult" is repeated over and over and over again. So it's like however difficult we're gonna push through, however difficult we're gonna push through, and like no matter what happens, he's certain that the goal is gonna be achieved.
That's great. So you saw through the repetition of that, however difficult we're going to do it, you determined that a character trait for him is optimistic. Great observation. So I came up with a little jingle to remember this, all right? So I'll say it first, and then we're going to do it as a class, okay? So, words of weight reveal character traits. Ready?
Words of weight reveal character traits. Words of weight reveal character traits. Words of weight reveal character traits. Words.